All right. I did a video the other day on texturing theory, and I just wanted to cover the texture and how I kind of built it. All I really did was I started with this is my unwrap here. So this is the top of the box with two front side and back side, and then the two side sides. And then the bottom is just to emphasize my point that it didn't need to be big. I shrunk it really tiny. So I essentially just put a base texture, and it's the same texture over and over. Um, and in all reality, what I would do instead is probably take some boards, but I just wanted to do it real quick. So I would probably take some boards from here and place them over here to randomize that texture a little bit. Um, and then what I did was I took the same boards and I basically made the trim details. And as you can see around here, looking at my UVs, around here I left space so that I can put in the additional boards. So as you can see, these very simple boards here make um, basically combine with these boards here. So by doing that, that gave me, all the functional pieces. Then I added shadows on a multiply layer, which were pretty simple. I added highlights on the edges where I knew that things were going to kind of blend together. And then I added nails. Now, the nails, not often do I use layer effects, but the nails were a good thing, and I just used a bevel and emboss around it to basically create um, the basic simple nails. Now, here, all I did was just painted a gray texture, and I let the layer effect do the work. And then I painted texture, and all I did was I painted with one of the brown just spatter brushes, and I added a little bit of bevel and emboss to it just to change up the gradient tone of it. Then I went into my layer effects here, and I simply added a small drop shadow. I could have painted that in there, that would have been fine. But I added actually the just a picture of the Constitution. It's so small and that you can't really tell what it is, kind of an Easter egg. And then what I did was I did some clipping layers in order to kind of add in a crinkle effect. Um, and then I simply added more dirt and spatter. Layers are the key. Um, this layer effect here was just simply the greens to give you kind of the liquidy effect. And that's really all my texture was. It took about 20-25 minutes to sit down and just kind of do off of one texture, and that's what really made my texture look much more equivalent than what it was. All right, I hope that helps a little bit more.